Yo, what's up, guys? I got a question in from somebody, dude. It's about a woman, I think, and I'll just might be his girlfriend or wife. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe there's some kids. Maybe they're married. Maybe they're not. I don't know. All right, here's the question. My partner is overwhelmed, anxious about too many tasks and taking it out on me with anger and coldness. How do I help her? All right. So, the first part of this question, my partner is overwhelmed and anxious about too many tasks and taking it out on me with anger, coldness. How do I help her? All right, dude. So, this is a big leadership question and language and getting everything into the right context. So, first, I would say, the mindset needs to be fixed. And I've made this fault a million times and I've corrected it, and it's taken a long time. So first, fix the language. That'll help fix your mindset about the issue. My partner is overwhelmed. So first, partner. I mean, are you in business together? Is it like a like Scrooge and Marley type operation? Is it banking? Is it finance? My partner. No, just say wife or whatever that is. Okay, just say wife. Okay, don't say my partner. That's part of the language problem because partners, Scrooge and Marley, those are kind of end and equal and at the same. Well, one can preface the other. Maybe it's alphabetical order, but don't say partner. So you just say wife. So my wife, not partner. Okay. The second piece of the language is, you know, basically, how do I help her? How do I fix it? And that's kind of asking the question wrong. Like you don't want to help her, like taking on burdens to ease her anxiety in the question. What you want to do instead is to not help, but lead, right? You have your realm, she has her realm, and we'll just assume it's within a marriage and maybe there's kids. I'm just going to make those assumptions on this. Um, but it could be, just a different type of situation. It just could be, a husband or wife or whatever, or maybe it's a guy and his girlfriend. I don't know. But we'll just make those assumptions here. So, not help, okay? Not help. How can I help her? How can I lead her? Because helping, that means you're going to be taking over the task. And the truth be told, she actually doesn't want your help. She doesn't want you to take over her task. Because what that is going to do is that's going to take her control of her, realm within the family or whatever it might be, and it's going to put it under your dominion, right? There's a separation of powers, and there should be within the hierarchy of a family. So she doesn't want your help. She wants basically what she's asking for is for your leadership, some direction, and some calmness. So let's begin this question. So again, the question started out, my partner is overwhelmed, anxious about too many tasks, taking it out on me, anger and coldness. How do I help her? So fix the language first. Not partner, say wife. My wife is overwhelmed. Too many tasks, taking it on me. How do I lead her? Right? That would be the right way to ask the question. So let's begin. First, I mean, is she manic about it? I don't know. I mean, most women, get like that, and they're prone to this, and you've seen it before. And some dudes can be prone to this too. That's a definite form of weakness for men that needs to be corrected. And I'll do other videos about how to correct that. So women, I think most of you guys have noticed, get overwhelmed, especially when there's a lot of tasks. It's part of the nature of most females get like that, and whenever there's a lot of tasks, and sometimes guys get like this too, they can't properly order them in the hierarchy of order that they should be done, right? Because everything has a flow to it. Like you have to do this task in order to do this, in order to do this. So basically, what she's asking for, what I would see this as, and I would do this, is she's asking to you to sit and lead her into how to properly execute them in their correct order, or help her kind of talk through how to execute them in the proper order, and then you're out, right? Because that's not your place. Okay? You just kind of help put everything in its order without exactly saying, XXX. You kind of lead that conversation of why and ask those questions, and then step away because it's not your thing to take over. A lot of guys would want to just like quickly swoop in and, quote unquote help her, and that means they're going to be doing all those tasks. And that's what a lot of weaker men do, and a lot of guys that just want to fix a problem quickly, and it's stealing from her, it's stealing from you, it's causing all sorts of general issues that you could just avoid by kind of thinking about the question, reframing the question correctly to a leadership question and not a helping question. Like how do I lead her to sort through these problems, and then you step away, you step out of the thing. This is not your partner, it's your wife, okay, or maybe it's your kid. I don't know what it is, but you're going to want to step away and kind of let them take that control over their realm. All right, so definitely don't use those words help. Use lead. Okay. You could also have her, and this is what I would do, and I would suggest, you do this for yourself too, is just, go over that list, get that leadership correct, put it in its right order, help her vet out the questions of how the order could be correctly to organize all those tasks that are causing anxiety that is now leaking into your marriage and probably leaking into to the kids as well, and just causing all sorts of family distress. Okay, so she's really asking for your leadership and your calmness to help you plan and execute. Okay, don't take over those tasks. The last thing you want to do is to start putting your hand in all of those tasks and doing them for her. Okay, first, this is not your realm as a man. Okay, you have your own space to operate in, and this is her space. So you're just helping lead through the anxiety of ordering things. So not your realm to take over the task to quote unquote help her. You want to just lead it, vet it out. So if you did help her, this will make her less capable and more anxious, and it's going to take away her dignity and her oversight within the family. It's also going to set a terrible, bad example if you have children, okay? Because the children are going to watch this. You swoop in, you take over everything. She gets resentful. You're taking away, her dignity of her oversight within a family, and it's going to take attention away. Lastly, if you help her, it's going to take attention away from what you should be doing and your duties to the family, your job, your oversight in the family, you're protecting the family, you're working, you're leading within the family. It's going to take away from what you should be doing. So all in all, it's going to cause a ton of resentment, and that's no good for anybody. Wife, children, kids, no one. All right, number 2, I took notes here. With your oversight, she will have the control. So, right, it's just your oversight. You're just vetting it out. You're just helping a situation by leadership to vet out, step 1, 2, 3. This is, somewhere along the proper order. This is the consequences of maybe, the disordering of, if it was disordered, you can kind of put that into light, give consequences. If it was disordered, because usually with a lot of tasks that are causing anxiety, it's about vetting out what all those tasks are, or helping somebody vet out what those tasks are, and then properly ordering each task so they're in succession of one another, because you have to do, X before you do Y. You have to do, you can't do it backwards. All right. So with your oversight, she will have control. That's really what you're looking for. She's in her realm, you're in your realm. Together you're running a household, whatever that might be. This is what she's really seeking. She wants leadership so she can take control over those tasks which in her realm. Okay? Now listen, back to that point, don't take it over. Don't take those things over. Don't even say exactly XXX. You could say, this is how I would do it. You could use different language along those routes. But if you take it over, you're going to cause resentment. You're going to diminish, her control over that part of the household, because everybody has their specific duties that they do, and things that are under their control. You do not want to do that because it's going to cause resentment. I know it's the easiest thing to do is to just go in and fix it. And that's what, we want to do as guys, right? You just want to go in and fix it. But if you're fixing something in somebody else's, sphere in the family, you're going to cause resentment. All right, number 3. It is proper order and proper delegation of duties as a man and a woman's nature. So basically what I was just saying before, this equals comfort to her and security. And it'll give comfort to you and security, because you're not going in and kind of meddling in her space, and she's not coming in and meddling in your space. You're just providing that leadership to kind of ease that anxiety, help kind of vet out, to put everything in order. And there you are. All right, let's look at the last bits of my notes. So if you make that mistake, as I was saying before, and you end up helping her, that means you're taking over, and you're stealing from her, right? You're stealing her, queenship of the family, we'll say, and you're degrading yourself at the same exact instance, and you're making her almost like an older child, right? Like you're treating your wife as an incapable teenager, because you're like, all right, I got to take this over. I got to fix this. You degrade yourself. You cause resentment. So that's pretty much it. Subscribe to my channel if you like this type of stuff, and we'll ask more questions about leadership and delegation and proper delegation of powers within a marriage, and how everybody can have their own, proper hierarchy within a marriage to help it function better, because it's not just about you and her functioning it correctly. It's about, also the example for your children and how they're going to run, their marriages down the road, because we need to correct, pieces of society, and it's going to take, one guy at a time to kind of fix all of those issues, and it's going to take a couple generations, but you can start now, because generationally that's going to add up, and we're going to have a bunch of strong men and feminine women, and a lot of beauty within the world again. Bye.